Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know already, I just came back from a 23-day trip backpacking solo to Thailand and Japan, which was crazy. I've never done anything like that in my life. I've always wanted to go to Thailand and why not Japan, so it was a fun experience. And before that, I had to research so much on the culture, things to do, visas, anything like that. Once I got there, I realized that there's so many stuff that I researched and many people weren't talking about it. So I decided to make a video and tell you guys everything that I learned and saw and tips on what to do if you ever go to Thailand. We're starting with the Thailand one first, and then I'm gonna make a separate video for Japan. I consider myself a very self-aware person, and I like to know what's around me and I like to see people. So this is very in-depth, very direct and honest for anyone that wants to know. The first thing that I think is very useful to know is that it's a party town. I am originally from Mexico, and I honestly thought there were parts of Thailand where I thought I was in Mexico. Just by the way the vibe is during weekends at a party, the bars, the clubs. This is crazy! I can't believe I'm here! The tuk-tuks. If you don't know what a tuk-tuk is, it's basically like an open air taxi. There's no windows, no doors. There's a place in Mexico called Mazatlan where they have similar cars like that with music blasting. They're called pulmonias. Things like that I found very similar. Same with the street food, the partying, the people, just the same vibe. So that made me feel very nostalgic in a way, and that made me fall in love with Thailand even more.
This is literally Mexico. It's literally Mexico.
And I feel like that's why I get the hype. I would hear people always say oh, you have to go to Thailand, especially when you're young, and backpack there. And I was like, what is it with Thailand? But now I get the hype. It's all very party town, having fun. It's a good time. Second thing to know about Thailand, it is very, very hot. Super humid. I didn't know this before going to Thailand. I knew it was hot, but I didn't expect that humidity. The moment you walk out, you're sweating.
I am sweating, drenched. They weren't lying about Thailand being hot.
And yes, maybe it's not for everyone. And in the beginning, I was kind of ugh, I'm gonna be here for a while and this is how it's gonna be.
The weather is horrible. I'm dying.
But after a while, I feel like my body got used to it, or yeah, you just get used to it, or you just don't care anymore. Every place has fans, AC. If you feel like you're just really, really hot, you can just go inside a building. Something that I also learned, if you're just going to Bangkok, which is the capital of Thailand, it is so much hotter than going somewhere different. I mean, granted, I just went to Bangkok, Kanchanaburi, Ayutthaya, and Chiang Mai. And the more north I went in Thailand, the less hot it was. Chiang Mai was beautiful. If you ever get the chance to go, definitely, it's so worth it. People know it as the place to visit, elephants and everything. And since there's more vegetation, I feel that's why it's less humid. Either my body was getting used to it, or it's less humid. Something that you should also know is that the people in Thailand are so nice. Thailand is known for the land of smiles, and I could definitely tell. I honestly thought I was gonna be known as a tourist or ignorant, but everyone was so nice to me. If I was lost, if I didn't know how to speak their language, they would just smile at me, they would just say hello and goodbye. And since there's a lot of tourists, I feel like they're kind of used to it and they benefit from it. Instead of just ignoring us, they try to help us, and they're nice and happy, and I love that. Although you have to be careful with people that do raise their price because they know you're a tourist. There were times where I would just want to get a tuk-tuk or maybe a souvenir, and there's no price in it, and you have to say how much, and then that's when they say oh, for 100 baht and something like that, and that's when you can negotiate with them just so they can lower it, especially if you do look like a tourist. There is a lot of tourists in Thailand, especially in Bangkok. I wasn't expecting that. that. Usually just walk around and see people with their backpacks, just walking around. And maybe it was because I was in the city and I was literally where the tourist is, but I found it a little too much. I think I saw more tourists than locals. Hopefully Thais are okay with that, and hopefully it's not too much to like change their culture or anything. But in a way, it's nice that people want to come and visit their country, but just being respectful. Another thing that you also might notice is that there's so many temples in Thailand.
Look at all these temples. One over there, 2, 3, 4 over there. That's the big Buddha right over there.
If you didn't know this already, Thai people practice Buddhism. Every corner that you look, there's a temple. If you are thinking of like, oh, I want to visit every temple, it's impossible. There's like probably, oh wow, I just Googled it. There's 40,717 temples in all of Thailand, 600 in Bangkok. So you should just like choose 2 or 3. And also be very respectful, especially if it's not your religion. Like, you're in their home, respectful and polite as possible. Just admire the beauty of every temple. Every temple that you go to, you have to wear long pants and short sleeves. Like right now, like this, you cannot go. And it's kind of hard because since it's really, really hot, you either have to put the pants in the bag or wear the pants all day. But I definitely recommend just putting the pants in the bag or wearing like loose pants, thin materials. They also sell some pants there, and also taking off your shoes. You can also see a lot of monks there just walking around. The monks are usually shaved and they wear this orange robe. If you're a woman, you cannot touch the monks. There's this opportunity where you can go to a temple at 5 a.m. They sell some like food that you can give to the monks in the morning, and you can hand it to them. And if you do that, you can ask for a wish and they'll say a prayer for you. And it's such an interesting experience and fascinating. Things like that, I think it's fun to do, and to be respectful and to just take it all in, immerse yourself in the culture. Thailand is also a monarchy. They told us that right now they're in their 10th king. And also, if you want to talk about their monarchy, you cannot do it in public. Either good or bad. I'm not sure if it's only bad, but if they hear you talking in public, I don't know if it's illegal, but you shouldn't. But yeah, basically that the 10th king is in power right now. If you're walking around Bangkok in Thailand, you can see a lot of places or businesses have a picture of the 10th king. Same with the F word. I've been told that you can't say the F word because it means something different to them, or it's like a worse word for them, that it can start fights if they hear you say it.
I can't say F.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, you can't.
So if you say that regularly in another country, just be careful to not say it as much in Thailand. Going back to the food, oh my gosh, the food is delicious. If you go, you definitely need to try the street food. That's the main spectacle of going to Thailand. And if it says spicy, or they tell you that it's spicy, it means that it's spicy. I personally love spicy food, but I tried some very, very spicy stuff. They usually give you a side of salsa, like in Mexico, like hot sauce or anything like that. So you can ask for a bland meal, and then you can put spice according to your preference. I love that it's spicy. I love their food. Pad Thai, you have to try the Pad Thai. It's the most iconic thing to try there. If you're in Chiang Mai, there's this soup that you have to try. Khao soy. That was delicious. It is chicken with Thai curry. They use a lot of coconut milk as well, like a lot of curry with coconut, and so good. And also, if you're scared to eat street food because you might get a stomach flu or whatever, I personally did not get that. And I was also in a group tour of 20 people, and none of them got sick. And we all ate street food every day. in a way, I get that you want to be precautious and you don't want to do that, or maybe you have a weak stomach and you're not used to that. I would recommend either buying beforehand some pills or anything like that. Every 7-Eleven in Thailand, they also sell some stuff for your stomach or anything like that. I would drink electrolytes every day. Maybe that helped with stomach issues or anything like that. That's another tip. Hydrate. Since you're sweating a lot and since it's really hot outside, you sometimes forget to drink water. Drink electrolytes every day, every day, every day. And hey, maybe it helps with the stomach flu. I ran out of electrolytes, the 7-Eleven ones in Thailand. It says there that they actually help with like stomach problems. So just grab several of those and you're good to go. Another thing to know about Thailand, and probably why everyone goes, is that it's cheap. Very, very cheap. It's crazy how cheap it is. Maybe that's why people eat a lot of street food and it's easy to party and everything, because yeah, you can just get anything. I feel like I didn't even spend any money in Thailand. They use baht, which is 272 US dollars. It's 100 baht. That can help you differentiate. Same with SIM cards. I thought I was gonna have a problem with SIM cards heading there and Wi-Fi and everything. But the moment you arrive at the airport, there's currency exchange and there's SIM cards.
So that's the first thing to do before you leave the airport. Try to find a cheap SIM card and currency exchange. So to change your money, because it's cheaper to just use cash.
Before you leave and find a taxi, grab a SIM card. And unless you can choose between 8 days, 10 days, the gigabytes, anything like that. So I got the cheapest one, which was like 8 days, and I never had a problem. It was super easy. And they change it for you, everything. Same with laundry. I thought I had to like do my own laundry and like find a place. Every hostel that I went to, they do it for you. And most of them, either you don't pay or you pay very cheap. Same with massages. Every corner of Thailand has a massage place. It's the best thing for backpackers because every day you're carrying stuff. So I remember my last day in Thailand, I said I'm gonna get a massage, and it's the best massage that you can have. He was standing on my back and everything. It was like an experience, but my back never felt better. And finally, I'm gonna give you guys 3 words to help you get through Thailand. Most people speak English in Thailand. I feel like it's because they get too many tourists, but if you don't, I definitely recommend downloading Google Translate, the Thai one, and same with Google Maps. But 3 words that helped me get through everything was Sawadi Ha, which means hello. Sawadi Ha. Koton Naka, which means excuse me, and Kapkunka, which means thank you. I would say that all the time. Kapkunka, Kapkunka. And if you don't even know how to say anything, you can just put your hands here and bow. So yeah, that's basically everything that I learned from my 2 weeks living in Thailand. It was a fun experience, and I basically vlogged it all. If you haven't seen it, the link is below. I was by myself for a few days, and then I did a group tour called G Adventures. I highly recommend it if anyone is scared to travel by themselves. So it was very fun. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram. Everything is down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.